will see Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's gone. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Gone. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Rodgers' numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy. And back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
The Goff throw complete there to Thomas. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
How about we shine a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for over 100 yards in this game.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
They'll run with Nwangu.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw there taken in by Smith.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, here's Cousins. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Play fake, Cousins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, Williams. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now this throw caught left side. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now Goff on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Off play action. Here's Goff. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, Goff. Thomas has got it, complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. To throw again on second down. Goff firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. From the gun, here's Goff. He's got it. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Kirk Cousins in the field, and he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Here's Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Seibert on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's caught. Smith. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. That's dropped underneath to Nwangu. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll throw again. Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Cousins on 3rd and 2. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville. And it's the Jaguars who have the lead in the 2nd quarter. Cole Beasley, a touchdown reception. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Christian McCaffrey, 3 touchdown runs. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks were winners last week, so they're trying to start their campaign at 2-0. In the game you're watching, it was Jared Goff with a strong first half. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Throwing is Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Vikings first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think of, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. On the give is Nwangu. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Cousins now. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now a give, running left is Nwangu. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Oh, they go with a tight end carry. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Cousins to throw it. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Williams to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Goff.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10 at their own 27. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Cousins.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. To throw is Cousins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing, Cousins.
They'll find the Wangu underneath.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw, Cousins completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Handoff here to Nwangu. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2nd and 8 coming up. And they'll go right back to Nwangu. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. The quick slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now Cousins. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Goff now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's fielded at the 45. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really